Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Business with a servant's heart. Listen to the podcast. We're all about to talk on life. Our guest will share his life story. We want you to success in life. We're ready and we will start shortly. We're gonna talk on life. We're gonna talk on business. You're gonna shine bright. We are gonna witness. Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Business with a servant's heart. Listen to the podcast.
You're building better families. That's what I'm hearing from you. And that's pretty darn cool that the parents get the result. You know, they're going to pay you, but not only get a better a child that's playing the piano and hopefully enjoying it, which I'm sure they probably are, you're building that relationship with the parents. And that makes you more than a piano teacher. And I think musicians that do that are the next level like you are. So I appreciate what you do.
I want to invite you into the Business Network, my free school community for entrepreneurs and business owners who want to grow their network and scale their business. Inside, you'll get step-by-step lessons, monthly workshops, feedback, scripts, resources, bonuses, and a community of like-minded people who believe in helping each other win. Join us today at school.com, the Business Network, and click Join Group. I'll see you inside.
Welcome, everyone, to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast. I'm your host, Steve Ramona. Thanks for coming on. I think we're at 985 shows now. Thank you to all my guests and audience for listening. And I know we're impacting people. I know we're motivating and inspiring people because I'm hearing that from you, the audience, and my guests as well. So thank you for that. Before we talk to our guest, who's very unique and doing something pretty cool that you're going to love, let's do our gratitude for today. Today's gratitude is you make an amazing difference in more ways than you know. Think about that. More ways than you know. And how do you know? Talk to people. Be amazing in front of people. Be humble, transparent. Let's go out and impact as many people as we can just by being amazing as you are. So that's being said, let's bring our guest on. Bernadette, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on, Steve. It's good to be here.
So something unique, you use piano teaching as a business, but you do more with that. Tell us more about what you do with your piano teaching.
Sure. I have a successful piano business studio in the Bay Area, and I came about to starting my studio in kind of a unique way. I was trying to find piano lessons for my kids, and as it turned out, I found a method that would unlock musicianship for my kids. And so I started to kind of take the videos and teach them at home. But what I found out was that I got really turned on to piano, learning how to play the piano. As a kid, I always wanted to play. My parents were nice enough to allow me to have piano lessons, but it never stuck with me because I didn't necessarily want to read the music on the page. I wanted to play the piano. And so I found this method that helped unlock the music that was cocooned inside of me. And I called the gentleman up who started the program, and I asked him about the program, saying, hey, I want more because I can't get enough of this stuff. And he says, well, you're going to have to be a teacher. And I said, you're crazy. There's no way. There's no way. I've only been doing this a couple of months. I've been doing a few video lessons. He says, I don't have any people or teachers in the Bay Area right now. He said, you'll have to become that teacher. So I took the risk and started my piano studio, started training with them. And boy, it's been 26 years of an amazing journey. I've taught hundreds of students, young and old, and I teach them blues, accompaniment, jazz, popular pieces, classical pieces, the whole gamut. And it's been really fun. So it's been a joy for me to have this experience and really be transformed by the music that has always been inside of me but was never able to come out.
Yeah.
So,
and a big part of the story.
The cool thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The cool thing is that all my three kids, they're adults now, and they still play the piano.
It's beautiful. And big part of this story is you started in your late 30s. You didn't start as an 18, 20-year-old. How'd that inspire? How'd you get inspired to do that?
Oh my goodness, it was really emotionally challenging for me because it's kind of like this impossible thing. It's like, I'm going to be a piano teacher? There's no way. These people that have been playing the pianos for years and they're maestros and they're good at it, I could never compete with them. I remember one time when I was starting to compare myself to some of these maestro piano teachers here in the Bay Area, and I got really down and I got really depressed. And so I called my mentor up. He was, talking, he began to talk me through it. And he basically said, Bernie, you're a musician. It doesn't matter if you play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars. You're still a musician. And so I stopped looking at other teachers. I stopped comparing myself. And I dove into my training and I dove into practicing and being the best teacher that I could be for my students and for my kids. And if you talk to my parents and you've talked to my students, I think that what you'll hear is just the fact that maybe I'm not the best piano player in the world, but I really love and care for my students, and I really desire for them to do what it is that they want to do when it comes to music. And so I coach them to that end. Even though I might not be able to do the things that they can do, guess what? They're able to do it. And so I've had students that have been with me for years. I have one student right now. He's graduating from USC, and I'm just so
Wow.
proud of him. He's been with me for years, and he is a phenomenal piano player, way better than I'll ever be. But the method speaks for itself. And so, I just took the method, I took the curriculum. It's a breakthrough piano method, and I just studied it, and I just strove to be the best instructor and also the best mentor coach for my family and for my kids as much as possible. Yeah, I
Yeah,
really love what I've done.
yeah, and you're developing the Bible says student becomes the teacher, and that's beautiful because that's fine, and you have that mindset that you're going to let that happen. You don't care if this gentleman from the USC is better than you. It's the success you're both having that he's better, and you get to enjoy his success in musician as a musician, as a piano player. Now, you told me before the show you do more than just a piano teacher. You change lives. How do you do that?
Yeah, so the beauty about what I do as a piano teacher, and I've been trained to do this, is to work in such a way where I do the best I can, uh, but work efficiently,
Mm.
meaning making as much money as I can without putting in too much time and energy into it. Now, I've been teaching for a long time, so I know this program inside and out. But because of the perseverance, because of the time I've put in, I've become a master at what I do. As a matter of fact, I'm considered a master teacher in this program that I teach. But what it also has done amazing things for my family, because I've been able to make an income where I work part time and I make full time income. Now, I'm not out there necessarily as a piano teacher to become the next billionaire or trillionaire, right? I have a niche market in the whole music industry. And what I do is I focus in on that so I can at least help provide for my family and enjoy a lifestyle that my family that we can enjoy as a family. And that's certainly been true. So what this program has done, what this method has done, or at least the way I've managed my studio, is that it's given me the freedom to do the things that I love to do. And one of the things I love to do is to travel. And I try to take a trip consistently almost every month now. I've gotten my
Nice.
studio to the point where I have teachers that are working for me, and I help manage and train them. And at the same time, I have the freedom to do what I want to do. But one of the things I've done maybe 14 years ago is that I visited a friend in Thailand. And my girlfriend was a missionary, and she started a safe house in Thailand. And I was kind of going through a kind of a purposeless kind of existence at that time. And I said to her, "Can I come and visit you? Can I see what you do?" So I went to Thailand. Like within the next month, I made the decision. I said, I'm coming to see you. So I spent a week with her, and she began to tell her story about how she started this safe house for exploited girls and exploited women. And at that point, I just felt like I felt a calling. I
Mhm.
felt a calling just to begin to explore this whole area of human trafficking. And so every year from since that time, I've been going to Thailand on my own time to lead vision trips or to do outreaches for the safe house. Or recently in March, I just came back from Thailand. I did a medical missions trip where I took a dentist and a nurse there to work in a remote village in Thailand. We do prevention there as with the ministry that I work with. So every year I go and I support them in any way that I can. Now, mind you, it's a very difficult ministry to be a part of. The first time I went, I think I came home and I think I cried for the whole week. My poor husband, every night in bed, were like, "Are you okay, Bernie?" And I cried and cried. But I'm the kind of person where once I got that crying out of me, I'm a person of action. I have a type A personality, pretty ambitious and driven. So I began at that point to say, all right, how if I'm not going to sit here and cry for the rest of my life. Let me do something about it. And so I began to visit them every year and support them. And then I began a nonprofit called Make a Mark International, and I began to fundraise for this organization. So, um, uh, it's not my full time job to work for the nonprofit because my piano studio is my full time job. However, it's wonderful to be able to say, oh, I have a check for you for $10,000. Do with it what you want. And so that is such a, when I'm able to do that, boy, Steve, it's so fulfilling for me. We can easily focus in on material things or goals and ambitions. And I think the way to a more fulfilled life, a more satisfying life, is by learning how to find our purpose. And because we're made to have purpose, and we find our purpose and we give in such a way where it brings happiness and joy to ourselves. The thing,
Powerful, powerful. And I love what you're saying. I interject here because every entrepreneur and business owner listening is going, yes, that's my goal. Is you've got freedom to build this passion, which becomes your nonprofit, because you have teachers, you're able to run a business. 26 years, it does take time, but you're the dream business owner, entrepreneur, and there's a lot out there, and there's more that want to be like you. So thank you for sharing that. Um, Music becomes spiritual. Music can become emotional. Talk about that because you talk about how your spirituality and piano playing have really combined together to help others.
yes. So I am a faith-based person, and so when I started my studio, I understood that piano lessons was not just strictly about piano lessons. Okay, so yeah, I was teaching a method, but I also know it was about relationship. And so what I did was as I began my studio and as I began to interact with my families and my parents, um, I knew what was important was to build a relationship in such a way where I could support the child or the adult or
Mm.
the parent. Meaning, let me give you an example. Most people, they come into my studio and they think, oh, we want to take piano lessons with Mrs. Ashby, and I'm happy to deliver that part of my program. However, I always kind of mention to them at the very beginning, I know that you think you're bringing your child in for piano lessons, but I want to let you know I'm here to care about your family, to support you in any way, and to
Hmm.
speak into the life of your child, to speak into your child's character, to help them grow to be the best human being that they can be. And there have been instances where it's been difficult. Maybe some people are not open to what I have to say, and that's fine. I don't have any problems with that. But I know that there are other parents out there who want to bring their children to my studio so they can grow in such a way where they, like I mentioned, to be the best human being that they could be and to help them to be creative. My goal for all of my piano students is to maximize the likelihood of music becoming a friend to them for the rest of their life. That's kind of one of our taglines in the training that I go through. And and it has been a real thing. So if I can keep a student into piano lessons for a long time, that means I have more opportunity to speak into their lives and to support the parent in any way. And we work as a team. It's not just the child, it's the parent, me, and the child, and perhaps the other teachers that are working with me. So yes, there's opportunities to help mold a child's character. And I feel that that's an important part of what I have to offer.
You're building better families. That's what I'm hearing from you. And that's pretty darn cool that the parents get the result. They're going to pay you, but now they get a better a child that's playing the piano and hopefully enjoying it, which I'm sure they probably are. You're building that relationship with the parents, and that makes you more than a piano teacher. And I think musicians that do that are the next level, like you are. So I appreciate what you do.
Steve, I want to make a comment about that
Yeah.
because here's the thing, when you work on relationships, when you focus in on that, parents are not shy to pay you well. And it's interesting, I had one student, he'd been with me for quite a few years, and the mom came to me and said, "Hey, Bernie, we want to have a little bit of a longer time with you. Is that okay?" And I said, "Well, yeah, it's okay, but I'm not the least expensive teacher around." And she says, "Well, not all teachers are made the same. So we want more time with you and we want to pay you more." It's the service. It's all about, that the heart, that relationship, helping students build character, bringing them to that point of, yeah. So anyways, I think I
Yeah.
want to add that to it.
No, I'm glad you did, because that's part of this podcast. And what I mentor entrepreneurs and business owners is your value. Your value of VW 69 VW Bug or your Lamborghini. And there's a big difference. We see both of those when we're sitting on the street. Our emotions are different. You bring great value, so they want more time. You got to charge more. And I call it abundance.
Yeah.
You get more abundance. Guess what? They get more abundance because they get more value. So it's a transfer of abundance, of growth. And, when you change the families like that, the word priceless comes into my head. That's absolutely priceless, especially a struggling family, especially in the household. I mean, you can't put a number on it, and you have. But I love that you said that, because audience, I hope you take that and think about it. Think about how you're really helping people. And are you really helping people? And Bernadette, same with you, charging them, I don't know what you charge, $100 or $10,000. $100, people are going to not all be in, but when there's $10,000, they're more in. And that's what you want as a student, right?
And the other thing about being an entrepreneur is that you want to be in a point where you're happy with what you're offering and you're happy as a teacher. There was a time when I did go through burnout, and when that time period happened, I had to take a moment to take really good care of myself and to take good care of my family. So I gave up a lot more things. I started charging more, and started taking care of myself a little bit better. And when that happened, I was a much more happy teacher. And then the result is that you can be more passionate about giving back to your kids. Because when it comes to being an entrepreneur, it's all about passion, right? If you can pass that on, you could sell it, really. And
All day, all night.
yeah,
Absolutely. All day, all
and
night.
yeah, and it's not necessarily about the money, but it's about living a life of meaning and just being living a life of fullness. As a piano teacher, I teach piano. I interact with these amazing families. I go on vacations. I travel a lot. I do ministry. And you talk about a dream life. This is a dream life. I'm not a billionaire, but I am living the lifestyle that I believe that God has called me to.
Abundance comes in many different forms. A billionaire, more time at your church, missions, whatever it may be. Abundance is what is inside you. It's not what people tell you on social media and all that. Let's end with the book because now people can carry you on their coffee table or on their trip or in their car when they got a break. Tell us real quick about your book.
Sure. Can I? Let
Yeah,
me.
show us your book. Absolutely.
So, oops, there we go. Let's see what's the best way here.
There you
I
go.
wrote a book in 2011. It's called A World Where Everyone Plays, and it's about the piano method that I teach. And it's a compilation of stories um, of people that have taken piano lessons through this playing based method where you play the piano immediately from your very first lessons. And there's stories from around the world, from a story about a 6 year old all the way up to someone who was a retired teacher and that came to me and said, I want to take lessons from you, Bernie. And so it's very inspiring. And I'm not speaking from me writing the book. The stories themselves are inspiring because not only are these individuals playing the piano, but they are able to take their success in playing the piano and apply them into other areas of their lives, therefore
Mm,
being successful. And this is just a handful of stories, right?
yeah.
There are so many other stories. So it's an easy read. It is a little bit older. I haven't updated it. You can get it on Amazon or you can get it through me. Um, and it's like I said, it's inspired students and teachers to try this way of learning how to play, and it's been a blessing to people, a blessing to me too. So
Well, we'll do this too. I'm going to do something special for you, Bernadette. Audience, the first three people that reach out, we'll get her contact info here in a minute. And you'll reach out to her, mention this podcast. I'll send you the book for free so you can have access and learn how to play the piano and hear the stories, these wonderful stories that she's got compiled in this book. And I'd be excited to share that with others. Let's end with a fun question to get to know you. So we both live in the Bay Area. You're going to pick your favorite restaurant. I want you to invite three people, whether dead or alive, who've been influential in your life up to this point. And I'm a foodie, so I love food. I want you to order food for the table as well.
sounds great.
Yeah. So who would you invite? Who would you invite? I want you to invite three
um,
people.
okay. Is there any expectations on who they are, or
Nope, just first three people that pop in your head that you've changed. And it could be somebody you've never met too.
ah, gosh. Um, I definitely love hanging out with my husband, so that would be
There you
one
go.
person. Uh, uh, well, my three kids. I mean, yeah.
We'll
So
have we'll have a separate table. We'll have a table for them as well, for
okay,
sure.
yeah. So I'm kind. You can kind of tell I'm kind of family oriented.
Yes, it's great.
Um, let's see here. Who would I love to sit down with? I would say, gosh, gosh, you put me on the spot here, Steve.
It's all right.
I really enjoy. Uh, he's an oldie, but I really enjoy Ben Carson.
Yeah.
Do you know who he is?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, politician.
Um, and he's got some wisdom underneath him. Um, gosh, I don't know who else. Oh,
Any musicians you love that you'd love to meet, or celebrities, or
um, maybe Duke Ellington.
oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
A
oh, there you
jazz
go.
musician,
Yeah,
and maybe one more. Let's see here. Uh, and these are people that obviously that I don't know, but
yeah.
um, oh, my husband's not the third one, huh?
We can make him the third one. No, we got three. No, we're good. That'd be a great table with your kids on the side table.
Yeah.
We're good. So, what food would you order for the table?
Well,
What
oh
food
my.
would you order?
Okay, I love Thai food.
Oh,
Okay,
there you go.
but I also am a foodie too. My daughter, she's an architect, and so she goes around the Bay Area and tries all these fancy stuff. She has there is a restaurant that she goes to in downtown San Jose that she loves, and the I believe the chef has a Michelin star background, and so I
Mm.
probably consider that. Or another restaurant I would consider is another Michelin star restaurant in San Jose called Adega. I believe it's a Portuguese restaurant.
Yeah.
Rancho Grandview is a really good one too. It's up in the hills, and so those are my three favorites. But Thai food is always a winner. I can go anywhere Thai.
You're happy with Ty. That's beautiful. Well, Bernadette, thank you for jumping on the podcast. Thank you for taking your time. You're a wonderful guest. Great stories. I know people listening want to reach out to you. How can they do that?
They can go to my website. It's www.pianolessonssanjose.com. There's two S's in the middle, and you can check out what I have to offer there. I'm also in LinkedIn, so you can reach out to me there as well. You can reach out to me on Facebook as well, and those are the three main places that you can get a hold of me.
And the book name and where can they get it?
They can actually get it through me. So if they can send me a
Okay.
message through my website, that would be great. And also, let's see here, and it's cheap. You can get it on Amazon too. I don't know if I can't remember if my site has it available, but you can definitely get copies there as well.
Yeah, and we'll have all your information in the show notes so they can reach out to you and say, I want to get the book they couldn't find on Amazon. I'm sure the book's in there as well. At least they know the title for that. And thanks again, Bernadette, for being a great guest. And audience, subscribe to YouTube channels, whether it's Doing Business with a Servant's Heart or any other, because today could have been a gift for you and you could have shared this podcast or can with somebody that's thinking about taking piano lessons. If they're not local, she'll help you find somebody local in your area. I don't. Do you do them online? These lessons? Do you
Oh,
do?
oh yeah. So
Oh, there you go.
what happened during COVID was, everything shut down. So all my students went online. Here's the interesting thing, when I told my students that I was going to go online, most people lost business. I gained business,
Yeah.
and none of my students left. So again, it's just the value that you offer. Yeah, online lessons, we love them. And I have online teachers that teach for me as well from all over the world. So
There you go. It's wide open for everybody. So with that being said, me and Bernadette want to thank everybody for watching or listening to this podcast, and we'll see you all in the next episode of Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. Have a great day, everyone.
thank you.